Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio. There is another blizzard on the way to Washington, D.C., but here at the Hotline, we're forecasting the political weather, which may be heating up, Amy Walter.
I sure as hell hope so. I still can't feel my toes, John.
I'm sorry to hear about that. All right, just pretend that we're Bob Ryan and Tom Kierine or your own personal...
How about Sue Polka?
How about Sue Polka? Okay, you can be Sue Polka. I'll be Bob Ryan. Here are our predictions. We've got predictions and forecasts in particular about who's in, who's out, and who's in the cold. All right, topic one. Amy Walter, what is your forecast? Get it? Weather forecast?
I got it.
On Harold Ford entering the New York Senate race.
All right, I'm going to put this in a percentage chance.
Please do this.
That he enters. And right now, that number is at 40%. I think there's a 40% chance that he will ultimately pull the trigger, challenge Kirsten Gillibrand. He has had a rough rollout, though he's been everywhere. Every time I turn on the television, open the news, he is there. But Gillibrand fighting back hard, and Harold Ford, every time he does an interview with the New York Times, seems to step in something.
40, I'm going to put it at slightly lower, just to be a little contrarian, maybe just 30%. The only reason I'm even putting it that high, a couple of weeks ago I would have put it at even 20 or 15% because I thought it was completely unlikely.
Yeah.
He was out to write a book basically and try to increase his book sales. But this has been going on now. This sort of rollout or testing the waters or whatever he's doing right now has been going on long enough that I think people are starting to think that he has some serious interest in the Senate race. He's been talking to people, he's been meeting with politicians. I still put it at very low, if not because I don't think he's really got it in his gut that he wants to run, or that he doesn't think he can win, but maybe also just that the rollout hasn't gone as well as he had expected it to. So I'm going to put it at 30%.
All right, that's a good one. All right.
All right, topic number two. Will former Senator Dan Coates, Republican of Indiana, challenge incumbent Democratic Senator Evan Bayh?
So I've changed a little bit. I was going to be a little bit lower, and now I'm going to do sort of a Weasley weenie thing and say it's 50%. I know. Here's the thing. Well, because I could have gone lower, but here's the deal. The rollout, like we had with Ford, been rough. Democrats have been pummeling him from the second he got into this race. Finding out today that he needs to get 500 signatures per congressional district by the 16th. Now, if he can't do that, he won't be on the ballot.
Right.
I suspect they were smart enough to know this before they got him to run, so that they've been doing the groundwork. But as we learned from a certain now member of Congress from Ohio, getting signatures seems real easy until you actually try to go do it. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Dan Coates really, now that he's getting pushed around, wants to think about I don't know if he's really thought through what it means to run a Senate race after being out of the game for this long. Looks like he had a nice life.
Well, he's been out of the game for 18 years, right? Essentially, he didn't run, he hasn't been on a ballot since 1992. He didn't run in 98. But I think you're right. I think that everything that he's been hit with so far by the Democrats is something out of his own war chest or his own wheelbarrow that he knew he was going to get. He knew he was going to get hit as the lobbyist because, of course, it's on his resume. He knew he was going to get hit with the out-of-state residency because he knows where he lives. I think everything that we're talking about today in regards to him is something that he was prepared for. He was prepared for the ballot process, I think, as well. So I'm going to put it at higher. I think if he was going to even come out and say he wanted to run and he was serious about running, it's closer to 75%. That's my prediction.
That's a good one. All right.
75%.
Number 3, embattled Governor David Paterson. Rumors are rampant that he is going to resign in the wake of a still unseen New York Times bombshell story. What percentage chance do you think he's going to resign?
15%, maybe 20% at the highest. This guy has made it clear from the outset he doesn't particularly care what Barack Obama or Chuck Schumer or any of these Democratic Party leaders in New York or in Washington think about his decision to run. He sees the polls. I don't think he's as delusional as some people think. I think he knows it's an uphill race. He's already starting to try to pick fights with Andrew Cuomo. He knows it's going to be a tough primary. He'll probably lose, but I don't think he will resign or not run for re-election.
Oh, well, that's different because I was going to say I don't think he's going to resign.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's going to resign or not run for election.
Okay. I do think that I agree with you, there's a 10% chance he resigns. As for retiring, I'm going to put that a little bit higher, though.
Okay.
I'm going to put that closer to 60%.
Well, that's a lot higher.
I think that ultimately Democrats got to find a way to give this guy some sort of soft landing or help him some way, shape, or form to find a job after this. He knows, as you said, he is not delusional. He knows what the numbers suggest. He has had so long, but it's not gotten any better.
I think that if
and it's easy to be combative when you still don't officially have an opponent.
I think if the Republicans had a stronger candidate on their side, if it wasn't Rick Lizo, if it was someone like Rudy Giuliani or even George Pataki were to get into this race, I think you'd see a lot more pressure on Paterson to get out. I think Paterson would be more likely to get out. He sees this as a race that the Democratic nominee wins, regardless of whether it's him or Cuomo. So he sees it as something I think he thinks he can stay in.
Okay.
Topic number 4. You want to read it?
Oh, all right. I mean, it's kind of cold. But all right, I'm going to get in. All right. Can Democrats, percent chance that Democrats hold on to the late Jack Murtha's 12th congressional district in western Pennsylvania?
I'm going to be weenie like you. I mean, if we can each be a little bit weenie in this show, I think, and that's going to be me right now. I mean, look, I think John McCain won the seat by about 1,000 votes in 2008. Kerry won it by a point or two in 2004. It's clearly a competitive district. It's not a good environment for Democrats right now, clearly.
Said that.
So I'm actually probably not going to do 50-50. I will say it is about a 40% chance that Democrats hold on to the seat.
That's what
Jack Murtha.
I was going to say. It's like you read my mind.
Well, I
Are
often
you
do that.
With that hat?
I do that well.
Totally agree. Now, to me, this is a big challenge for the NRCC, which has lost 2 special elections. That is not supposed to happen when the other party holds the White House. It's supposed to be a much easier time to win a seat. If the NRCC cannot win this seat, I think it will be an absolute disaster for the party in terms of the suggestions that they're going to make the 40-seat gains that they need to win back the House. So, and the better way of saying it is, if they can't win this, how are they going to win 40-plus seats in the majority?
Okay. Interesting. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Last words today. Will the healthcare summit, the bipartisan healthcare summit that Barack Obama offered up during his CBS News interview on Sunday, will that happen, or will Republicans freeze out? Get it? Freeze out the administration.
All right. You're the healthcare person. You tell me first. You go first.
Well, they're in a staring contest right now, sort of staring each other down.
Seems scary.
If you will. And so I'm going to put it at 50-50. No, I'll say that it's probably about a 75% chance that they do this. I think that both parties came out of those retreats looking pretty good. The one where Obama addressed the Republicans up in Baltimore. I think they both look good coming out of that. And they need to do this sort of thing, but obviously a lot of circumstances need to be worked out first.
Yeah, I'll put it at a 60%. I mean, obviously both sides are jockeying right now to try to get the upper hand on this thing. And then if one of them decides they're not going to do it, the other one gets the opportunity to say, see, you're not even trying. At some point, though, cameras are rolling. Do Republicans want to be used simply as props if they know that this isn't going to go anywhere?
I see, 60%.
So I put it at 60%. All right.
Well, good stuff, Amy Walter. Thanks for joining us out here in the cold.
I know.
That'll do it for today. Don't slip on the ice, Hotline TV watchers. That never, ever turns out well.
Yeah. Oof. All right. Until next time, see you on Hotline TV.